What's up, everybody? Jason Allen, jasonallenonline.com. So, I wanted to give you all kind of a different way to look at goals and goal setting. And I'm not going to sit here and poo poo on people that are really into the whole goal setting mindset, writing down your 1 month, 6 month, year long, 5 year, 10 year goals, etc. But just to kind of give you a different perspective and something that has really helped me, because what I find is a lot of people, when they start setting goals, they have a hard time believing that they can get to where they want to go. And so it actually discourages them. They look at those goals and they get discouraged. And listen, everybody's different. So you might hear this and you might be one of those people that look at your goals, you get really pumped up, you get really fired up, and you just go after it. And if that's you, keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to me. But if you're the type of person that you're having a difficult time with belief right now. So first off, you need to be working on your psychology daily. You need to be listening to empowering audios to build that belief over time. But also what will build your belief is just achieving things and getting things done on a daily basis. So if you set out 3 or 4 tasks that you need to get done every day, and you do those, you will build belief, you will build confidence, because you'll be able to look back and say, hey, listen, look at what I did. I've done all this. Wow, I'm capable of great things. And so the reason why I bring this up is because a little while ago, so I was looking through my notes here, through my Trello app, and I'm looking at, different ideas for content. And one of the things I have written down here, it says Joe Rogan on being a grinder. And it was a story that I heard probably a year ago on the Joe Rogan Experience. And actually, it wasn't on the Joe Rogan Experience. It was on, I think it was on Breaking Points with Crystal and Sager. So they were on his podcast. And then right after that, they recorded another podcast for them on their channel. But it was in his studio. So he still does that a lot. But it was, I'm pretty sure it was his podcast, or their podcast rather, on their channel. But regardless, it was the three of them talking. And Crystal was asking him just about his success and about how far he's come. And this is shortly after he inked that big deal with Spotify that everybody thought at first was $100 million. Turns out was closer to $200 million. This is after he's already made tens of millions of dollars in TV and comedy and UFC and things of that nature. And she was asking him just about his success and kind of his mentality going in, and if he sets goals or whatnot. And from what I gather from what he said is he doesn't really set goals. He's just, he said he's a grinder is the word that he used. And he said he basically was fortunate when he was young to be around people that were successful, and he saw what successful people do. And they get up and they do certain things every day. And so he says he just gets up every day. He said, I get up every day at 7 a.m. and there's things that I just do regardless of if I feel like it or not. And, he'll work out. He'll do a few rounds on the heavy bag. He writes. He spends time. He makes sure he makes time to spend with his family and his kids. He spends time, he has time allotted for work, so on and so forth. So in other words, he's identified the things that make people successful, and he just does those things every day and just kind of lets the universe take care of the rest, right? Whatever happens, happens. This is also a strategy or a mindset that I heard Scott Adams, the gentleman who made the Dilbert comics, Scott Adams says this as well. Scott Adams doesn't believe in goal setting. He believes in systems, as he calls them. And these systems are, you do certain things every day, and what happens, happens. And if you're doing certain things every day, good things are going to happen. I mean, I've even heard Tony Robbins talk about this at one point. He said, your habits, or your rituals is the word that he used. He says your rituals are what make your life. And certain people, they have certain rituals that over time contribute to the quality of life they have, whether they're good or bad. And he pointed out to one gentleman in the audience, he was a big muscular guy, and he said, "Sir, it's obvious that you work out a lot. It's a ritual of yours, and it shows." He didn't point this out, but you could look at somebody who's excessively overweight and say, they have vastly different rituals, right? So the point is study success, right? Read books on success, watch YouTube videos on successful people, get around successful people, get mentors, get into groups of people that are successful, do what they're doing every day. Don't think about the rest. Just do what they're doing. Good things will happen to you. It's as simple as that. That's it. We're at 6 minutes now. I don't want to go too long. Just kind of keep that in mind. Again, if writing down your goals, looking at them, and that pumps you up, then keep doing it. But if it discourages you, then just look at what successful people are doing. Don't look at the results. Look at what they're doing every day and start doing what they're doing every day and see if that helps you out. Hope it does. If it does, please share it with somebody else you think might like it. Head on over to jasonallenonline.com, and I'm going to share with you my number one recommendation on how to get started making a full-time living online. And that's it for today. Talk later, guys.